Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and you are listening to another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is August the 8th, 2024. Ladies and gents, I'm happy to be talking to you now. Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you last week, I was going on vacation, me, my wife, and my baby. We all went to the great state of New Jersey to see family, and we had a real good time. We like going to the Jersey Shore. You would have told me 20 years ago, you you you'd be going to the Jersey Shore on a yearly basis. I'd say you got to be kidding me. But here we are, trip number 2 and number 3, I think. And hey, it's a lot of fun. We like to go up there. Me and my wife, we like to go. We went to this restaurant, same wait, same server, waitress, whatever you want to, however you want to put it. She's a very nice lady. She recognized us. We recognized her. It's always nice to see familiar faces. It's My daughter had a nice time. My daughter loves going to see her cousin. She follows him around, calls him by the wrong name, and laughs the whole time. She has a great time seeing her uncle and her aunts, all her aunts and her uncle, and it was a blast. And then it was only one bad part, I would say. Ladies and gents, we spent 2.5 hours on the runway. I didn't know that you could do that. It was very, for me, it was very, when you have sat in the back of a tractor trailer. Now, if you want to look this up, kids, look this up. But I've spent many hours sitting in the back of a truck, just waiting and waiting and waiting, and that's what it felt like when I was on the plane. I said, "This is bananas," and we took off. We were like the third plane to take off that day, or something like that. So we got very, very lucky to get back home that day. We got home at like 11 something. And then I decided to be a genius. We was on the shuttle bus, and I dropped my phone on the shuttle bus into a crack. They had nowhere where you could stick your hand and get to the phone. So we had to wait on the shuttle. This guy came, he unscrewed the vents, got a broom, got my phone, so I didn't have to make a trip back down towards the airport, which is like an hour drive from my house. And so this guy went and went a chicken dinner, saved the day. It was a long day. We got home about midnight. I woke up the next morning. I had no juice for you kids. I had nothing. Nothing. I had nothing going on. I was beat. It was a wrap. So here we are today recording. We're happy to be back. Happy to be talking to you. As I told you, when we get out back, ladies and gents, we're gonna turn up the heat. So if you haven't already, subscribe. Give us a review. Tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, ladies and gents, we are not here to play around anymore. We are not here to screw around. We are not here to mess around. Okay, we are here to get down and handle business. And we are going to become one of the top podcasts in the world. Okay, so let's go. And I need all the help that I can get. I need you to review, to like, to do all that stuff. Okay, and so let's really get started, because you know, in the good old Bible, it talks about double-mindedness. It talks about, you can't be you can't serve two masters. You know what I mean? And so I spent a lot of time on vacation. I spent a lot of time, in the last month just thinking, about this whole situation, this podcast, the copywriting, the entrepreneurship, the marketing, all of that, and you know before, I tried to, drive a truck and do all this stuff, and it's average at best. And you know why it was average at best? Because when you try to try to work a full-time job, and trucking is a full-time job. I own the truck. You work all day, you drive all day, then you have to worry about Is the truck gonna run? Is the tires looking good? Is this, what loads am I picking up? This, that, and the other, And then you try to do this on the side. It works, but it don't work, And you have to put more effort into this. And so this is where we want to be. This is where we want to be at. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because I want you to avoid the mistake of thinking it's great if you can do 10 things, but the one thing that you want to do is you want to gather a team. You want to have a team around you that can work with you, that can do things for you. And so you can play quarterback, if you're a part of a team or you are the quarterback of the team, it don't matter. The point is you want to be on you want the help of others, okay? I am a stubborn individual, okay? I'm very stubborn. I've always been that way. I've always thought, I can do things on my own. But ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you this. It is better if you have people to help you, not saying, hold your hand on things, but it's better if you have, you outsource this, you outsource that a little bit, you do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, and you focus on what you want to do. You focus on what you love. You focus on what, you are the best at. And then everything else, you say, okay, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? It's like if you are making $2-3 million a year, are you gonna be in charge of bookkeeping? Probably not. You probably can source it out to somebody, and they can say, hey, this is what you've been spending, this is the card you've been using, this, that, and the other. But you know all this stuff, and you keep track of it. I'm not saying you turn a blind eye, because a lot of celebrities they go to jail for that kind of stuff, But what you can do is you can have people to help you out, and so it's always better if you can't do everything. There's 24 hours of the day, and sometimes you need to think. Sometimes you need to sit back, think, and take it from there. But trying to do everything on your own, trying to do everything by yourself for years and years and years, it won't work. And also trying to, oh, I do this, people talk about side hustles, but it's like, all right, at some point, you want this. If you want something to become your full time, the full time, the way you live. Yeah, if you want this to be the way you live, then you have to get married to it. It can't be a side. It can't be a side piece. It has to be what you're married to, what you're committed to. Because when you are in a marriage, you spend a lot of time with one person. And it's true. And if you don't like who you marry, if you don't like the person that you are with all the time, it ain't gonna work. And it's the same as in business. If you don't like what you're doing, it ain't gonna work. I'm not saying you have to be on when it comes to business, when I first started driving trucks, I hated it with a passion. I was always ready to quit, And then at some point, like in between 3 to 6 months, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna suck it up and I'm just gonna go with it, and we're gonna see where it takes me. 18 years later, it took me far enough. I, grew tired of it, and that's that. And divorced it, And so, for you, there's something that you would like to do, something you would like to try to do, something that you want to do. Start doing it, and date it, marry it, and see how it works for you. Okay, but the mistake that you will make if you try to do everything on your own. Okay, go to Upwork, go to Fiverr, go to any place and have people help you out. Okay, if you're not good with creating, if you're not good with copy, if you're not good with emails, have people help you out. If you are better with emails, not good at, maybe a sales letter, have somebody help you out. Just, editing podcasts. If you need help with that, have somebody help you with that. Just get the help that you need. Get the help that you can afford, And you can afford anything. You just have to put your mind, you just have to figure out, what can you do for the time being. Okay. And so, ladies and gents, I'm just here to tell you, you want to get faster down the road than I ever will. Okay. Because I am, like I told you, stubborn. Share. Sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I'm trying to teach my daughter that, so I've learned the more you share, the better off you are. The more you share yourself, the more you get back. The more you share in life, the more you share in love, the more you will get back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? And I am happy to be back. I'm happy to be talking to you. I love you. I appreciate you for listening. And yeah, we are back. And if you have any questions, or if you if you would like to be on the team, if you have anything that you are great at that you can help out around here, you can always email me, Tony@TonyRizzano.com. That's Tony@TonyRizzano.com. Like I told you, ladies and gents, go ahead and give us the 5-star reviews. If you haven't, go to Spotify, follow the show, wherever you get your podcasts, follow the show, get the downloads as soon as they drop. And we'll be back on Friday with all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, everybody, peace.